Los Angeles County has made a tremendous commitment to make a really big change in the way mobility works in Southern California. LA Metro right now is very busy planning the next sales tax measure. So this is a long-term, very large investment in terms of real estate development, economic development, and so on, increases in density. How do we know it's really the rail investment as opposed to other things? Transit's a network, right? And most people walk to transit stations. So what's really important, first of all, is the transit station going to get you to the network, right? And is that network going to take you where you want to go in a reasonable amount of time? Many rail corridors, we're not really increasing accessibility because typically what we do is we locate rail where there's an awful lot of existing bus demand. So essentially there's not a great increase in accessibility within the network. In a place as enormous as Los Angeles, even one entire line, which is billions upon billions of dollars, isn't so much of a change relative to the entire network. Even with these massive investments, we're really talking about sort of marginal increases in access, and so we don't know if these marginal changes actually will matter very much. In most of the results, the answer is no change, with just a few of these things coming up. And if you can remember the map that we showed you, that was essentially the west central area. We don't have good data on the rental side, at least in this particular data set. We also had no controls for zoning or other policy interventions. All that we did was actually divide the world into 5 markets. And it became clear to us when we were looking into the results that, for example, there's a big difference between Pasadena and Los Angeles in terms of how Pasadena has very systematically identified a way of promoting transit through zoning and so on. Even if we get all this density on the ground, are we really going to generate the travel behavior changes that are sort of an underlying objective here? I think we all know that routes and station locations are not necessarily located on purely market-driven basis, right? There's a lot of political influence on where stations are. And, you know, sometimes stations are not in the best place with regard to the market. We have a sample of a bunch of stations, some of which are in really strong markets, some of them are in weak markets. We shouldn't be too surprised that we don't get much in the way of significant results.